morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious. And that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, my juicy little lights. Thank you, little lights, you're delicious and bright. Yeah, we just got to keep shining that light, shining that light, shining that light. Yes, we do, my delicious little babies. Now then, our weather in our old neck of the woods in the old UK, well, it's around 20 past 11 a.m. in our UK today, my delicious little babies. And it is absolutely peeing down with rain, my delicious little babies. So it is raining, it's raining. Yes, it is, my delicious little babies. So certainly no vitamin D today, my delicious little babies, okay? Now then, my delicious little babies, so what do we have today, okay? Now then, what do we got? What do we got, my delicious little lovelies? Okay, now then, right, I just want to show you something. So a couple of days ago, I made, if you can see it, it's sweet chilli, my delicious little babies. That's what I made. It's sweet chilli, okay? Now I made 4 jars, okay, of this sweet chilli, okay? It's like it's a dip, it's a sauce. Well, anyway, you'll know what it is, my delicious little babies. So I apologise for that, okay? Now, how much is it in the shops? It's around a squid, ka-ching, in the shops, my delicious little babies. But, to myself, I prefer to make it myself. I mean, please do not get me wrong. For the next couple of days, you have to keep washing your saucepan out because it's a really strong smell, with the garlic and everything. Do you know what I mean, okay? Well, out of me 4 jars, my delicious little babies have all gone, okay? With my beautiful dear little, one set of my beautiful dear little friends up the road, okay? He took 1 for himself and 1 for his dear dad, who's going to be coming down from Cornwall. He said, he says, can I please give my dad, he said, some of this. And I says, no. I says, you keep that jar. I said, I'll go and get you another one out of the fridge. And my other beautiful little neighbours upstairs, God bless them, okay, they had a jar as well, okay, and they said it's absolutely beautiful. Do you see what I mean? That's why I always say, my delicious little babies, see, I just, everybody knows who watches my videos, and thank you, and God bless to you all, okay, and I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're having a super duper and delicious time. I hope it's sunshining. Of course, in the UK, it may be differing, okay, my delicious babies, but that's why, for myself, I prefer to, there we are, do things myself now. Do you see what I mean? Because I've got to be honest with you, my delicious little babies, okay? I've heard over the decades, okay? And sometimes this can be from what others regard as, top restaurants and everything, okay? I remember mentioning months ago, my delicious little babies, when I said that I kept being offered to go to a particular restaurant and I kept turning it down. And then not long after, I heard that, let's just say it all was not as it seemed. What the front window looks like certainly was not what was happening at the back, shall we say, okay? And that was one of the top restaurants, okay, my delicious little babies. But something just said no. Here we are. Just no. Just don't go. Okay, I just never trusted it. But of course, over the decades, we've heard many things, haven't we? Where ones have either had, God bless them, runny tummies, because they're obviously putting something or using some sort of oil, my delicious little babies, okay? For others, they've had food poisoning. So for myself, I prefer, when I can, just to do my own thing now. Do you see what I mean? Of course, God bless, I was sent a beautiful, and I'm talking you know, a flipping banging egg curry, my delicious little babies. Now, me personally, I happen to love eggs, okay, my delicious little babies. Of course, you know, they don't do anybody any harm. I never liked eggs when I was little, and I never liked mushrooms when I was little. I don't know what it was. I feel it was maybe the texture, you know, in my mouth. It just made me, you know, like I wanted to project, to heave. But as I got older, you know, I took a liking to them. So I've not changed since, okay? But yes, 3 eggs, okay, my delicious little babies. And yeah, it reminded me of a curry years ago that my other friends, God bless them, they're, you know, a couple. The you know, the dear woman and the dear husband, okay, husband and wife, and he'd make a Bangladeshi curry, my delicious little babies, and you know what that was boiled egg, okay, and he used to do with chicken as well. But you know what the key to it is, my delicious little babies, which I very already know. If you want to get the flavour in the egg, is when it's boiled, okay, it's cooled off. Just prick it, prod it, okay, just, you know, could be like with a little toothpick or something, you know, something that's tiny, okay, so that when you're doing your curry, you get the flavour, there we are, inside of the egg. Do you see what anyway? Oh, it was so flipping delish. And I had that yesterday with 3 eggs with a curry, only like a little takeaway. It's all done in a proper takeaway, my delicious little babies, okay? I'll tell you what, he's such a super duper chef. There we are, absolutely banging. Do you know what I mean? There's such a beautiful little family. Do you see? But he believes, God bless him, in sharing. I'm the same, my delicious little babies. Do you see? Okay. So the fact of the matter is, yes. So yeah, everybody was, there we are, super duper happy with my chili sauce. Okay, my delicious little babies, it's delish. I'm not just saying it because I've made it. It is, there we are, absolutely delish. But please, you know, like I just said, if you're going to make it yourself, please just bear in mind that for the next couple of days, like I said, you know, whichever saucepan that one uses, that you will have the stench of garlic and everything. Because, of course, this is also made with vinegar as well. White vinegar. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So that's that, my delicious little babies. I just thought I'd share that with you. Now, even though I do not have a sweet tooth, okay, years ago, what I used to enjoy, you know, just from time to time, was a Bounty, you know, those chocolate Bounties, okay? I mean, whether it be milk chocolate or whether it be dark chocolate. Me, myself, personally, I'm rather partial, okay, just occasionally, to a bit of dark chocolate. Okay, my delicious little babies, it's delish. Do you know what I mean? Really delicious. Anyway, so this week coming, I'm going to be making some Bounties, my delicious little babies. So everybody's going to, you know, get the opportunity. There we are, to try it. I've never done it before. I've got to be honest. Hands up, my delicious little babies. Hands up. I've never made it before. Anyway, I looked at the recipe and it looks fairly straightforward. Okay, you cannot go wrong. Okay, my delicious little babies. So, you know, you just follow it. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, my delicious little babies, but as everybody knows, I'll repeat again, I adore cooking. Okay, so I got me Spanish spuds today. And what I may do is, because I like to freeze some of it as well, you know, so that you can take it out in plastic containers. So, and later on I'm going to be making a Mexican rice, you know, because again, you know, I can, you know, wait for it to all cool down and then I can freeze it, okay? But I've already got my Spanish spuds ready. And I feel hungry now, my delicious little babies, but I thought, get my video out the way, then I'm going to have a nibble. So I'm just going to have some of that with some veg. And I was going to have my Mediterranean salad, but I changed my mind. I want some other veg. And then I'm going to have some fish with it. Okay, my delicious babies, because of course, as you very well know, I do not eat meat, I eat fish. This is my second time around. You know, it's my second time around being a vegetarian, my delicious babies. You know, I mean, I eat, you know, like I said, fish. But I've got nothing against. I mean, I can prepare the meat and everything. It's, you know, I'm not like that. Do you see what I mean? So I can season the meat and do everything. Do you see what I mean? That, you know, I can still do that. You know, so it's whereas like with some vegetarians, they will not touch, or vegans, they will not touch any meat. But it was just my choice, my delicious little babies. You know, I just went off. I completely went off meat. And of course, you know, these days you've got to be so super duper careful, you know, because of everything what they're putting in the meats. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? And of course, I have been telling others, do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? But for some of them, they just do not know. And of course, when I tell them, you know, well, nothing changes. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Anyway, let me just say something. I forgot to write him down. I forgot how many. Is it 13 or 14? I'm trying to remember now. Search engine of your choice, my delicious babies. So I'll crack on, okay? I'll repeat again. Search engine of your choice, my delicious little babies, and it is Stew, STEW, space Peters. Okay, my delicious little babies. So Stew space Peters, then space bar BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, Stu Peters, what he's talking about is lab grown. I call it mankind, but on his video it is human. What they've named us, brains. My delicious little babies, and he's also talking about you know, that putrid Elon Musk and all to do with, you know, having these implants, you know, in one's head. My delicious little babies. Anyway, very interesting. It's over 20 minutes long, my delicious little babies, okay? But a very interesting little video to listen to. Me personally, I happen, and with anybody not in that way, I personally happen to like Stu Peters, okay? He's very passionate about what he talks about, and of course, you know, he's fully aware. He discusses all these things now to do with crimes against mankind, okay, my delicious little babies. But he's really good, Stu Peters. But you can see the genuine passion that he has for what he discusses. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? And of course, he's the same as myself and others, my delicious little babies. He just wants an end to this effing shat. Do you see what I mean, okay? Yeah, sometimes he gets rather passionate, you know, when he talks. Mind you, so do I, my delicious little babies, and I'm not going to change. You know, we should all be entitled to our thoughts and feelings. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? To do with different topics and different subjects, my delicious little babies. But let me tell you, nobody's putting their flipping effing chip in my noddle. No, they are not. So they can effing roll on. And the only way that this could ever happen with some is if they, very sadly, you know, they comply. Because that's where it goes wrong, because they're complying with, you know, what has been put in front of them, instead of saying, no, you know, there's been nothing wrong with me up until now. Why do I need a flipping chip in my noddle? Do you see what I mean? Okay? That's the most important word. In the dictionary, my delicious little babies, no. No, 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 no. Do you see what I mean? Yes, okay, but of course, you know, one, sometimes they're very frightened, you know, to say no, but we have a freedom of choice, okay? And of course, these will only get away with it if everybody, there we are, complies. Do you see? It'd be interesting to say. So I do not mean that in a nasty way, my delicious little babies, but it would be very interesting to see how many there we are wish to take up the offer to have a chip in their noddle. Very interesting indeed. Okay, because I already talked about, didn't I, in Sweden, you know, where they're having chips in their hands and everything, yes? And apparently could unlock, you know, things. But then something happened and it never quite worked. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? But I'm going to repeat again. Once it's in your hand, you know, you've got all nerve endings and everything, you know, so the chances are your hand's going to be damaged, you know, if you try to remove it. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? So it is really not a good idea at all. And of course, you know, for my video, it probably, again, will not get many watching my video, my delicious little babies, because they seem to keep me in the shadows. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? But I don't mind about that. Do you see? I always say, who is meant to look at, there we are, my videos, well, look at them. Do you see what I mean? And God bless you all. How I love you all, sir, do you say? But when you're done telling the truth, no. YouTube is not a liking. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? But there we are, just done saying it. Nobody's sticking nothing in my effing hand or in my effing noddle. No, they are not. And please, dear God, Jesus Christ and Nazareth, our dear Creator, that there will be very few who will accept that. Because if they do, there we are, there is clearly, I'm so sorry to have to say this, my delicious little babies, there is clearly something damn well wrong there. Okay? Now then, my delicious little babies, oh yes, this is a 44-year-old man. Now for this, because I tried to do it the other way, which was search engine of your choice, small b, boot, and then small c, boot camp. So it's two words together, my delicious babies, then BitChute, okay? Mind you, I didn't scroll down much, okay? So what I did instead, I just typed in BitChute, okay? Got onto the site, went to Circle for Search, and just typed in boot camp. Okay, my delicious babies. Now then, and then you should have reached your destination. Yes, there's apparently been an entrepreneur who was 44 and he has very sadly passed away, my delicious babies. Now, Boot Camp happens to have 4,689 subscribers, my delicious babies. So, vax poisoned young businessman dies suddenly. Yes, my delicious babies, we keep hearing, we do not like that word, but we keep hearing it very sadly, don't we, my delicious babies? Now, what he used to do, it's all to do with the frozen yogurt, you know, frozen yogurts, my delicious little babies. Yeah, 44. I mean, that's young, isn't it, my delicious little babies, do you say? But this is not the first time I'm hearing this now. And very sadly, it's not going to be the last. It's absolutely pelting it down outside, my delicious little babies. Anyway, yeah, really sad. So, you know, but God bless him, you know, he's clearly left, you know, a space in his family's, you know, hearts. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, but I should imagine that, you know, they will be very comfortable. Maybe they'll keep his business going. God bless. Do you see what I mean? But how young is that? Okay, now I'm not sure if whether he's Chinese or Japanese or, you know, so I do not mean that disrespectfully. So, you know, but this is what it is, isn't it? It's, you know, this is very sadly on a daily basis, my delicious little babies. But like I said, they're trying to normalise it. Well, there's nothing normal about this, my delicious little babies. And I'm going to continue saying that. There is nothing normal about this at all. Just like if you go to the town centre, you know, and there's defibrillators. Do you say there's nothing normal about this, my delicious little babies? No, there isn't. So please, I beg you all with the Lord of mercy, please do not fall for this, that, oh yes, this is what happens in everyday life. No, it is not. it has been happening since we know when. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes, okay. Now then, so yeah, may he rest in peace. Now then, now this one here, my delicious little babies, this is on BitChute. It's a search engine of your choice. Now it's the, to please and thank you, type in the space Mark space Attwood space show space adventures, and then space bar BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination, okay? Or you can do it the other way, just pop on to BitChute and then just do it the other way, okay? But there is spaces in between, okay? So I'll just repeat again, the Mark Attwood Show Adventures. I happen to like Mark. He's not in that way. He's a very intelligent gentleman, okay? And what I love as well is when he does poems and everything. Yes, he's a very creative gentleman. Do you see what I mean? Okay, he's very easy to listen to. Well, this uploader happens to have 12,011 subscribers, my delicious little babies. Okay, the video should read: 2 ex-policemen discuss Gary Waterman's fraud claims. Okay, my delicious little babies. And then it should say 8th of June 2024. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you. 2 ex-policemen discuss Gary Waterman's, because he's an ex-old Bill, okay? That's what I've just called him out. That's how I've known it for years, okay? Gary Waterman's fraud claims. 8th of June 2024, my delicious little babies. Now then, well, you see, this is, so they talk about the fraud, then it's to do with banks, and they also talk about, you know, and I'm not here to hurt, offend, or upset anybody, but, you know, some subjects or topics are not very comfortable to listen to, but we have to discuss them. There we are, trafficking, okay, my delicious little babies. And of course, you know, there's an awful lot it's been going on in America. God bless the poor little babies. Do you see what I mean? And yes, and of course, you know, if you look at in our UK as well as in America and other places in the world, okay, you know, social services as well, there we are, they play a part, okay, like taking God bless the beautiful little babies, God bless them, from loving homes with their parents and their, you know, little siblings and their little sons and daughters, you know, so that very sadly the family very rarely would ever get to see them, if ever get to see them at all, my delicious little babies. There we are, this is extremely serious, okay, my delicious little babies. So they talk about different things now, okay. This video here is, what is it, 1 hour 46 minutes and so many seconds, okay, so it's rather a long one. But if any of you, my delicious little babies, are interested in any of this, then that would be a video to go and take a listen to, please and thank you, okay. The boot camp one was only 1 minute and 25 seconds, so that's not long. But then if you clicked in the little box, you know, you will see it's just endless, very sadly, of passings and injured. There we are, it's just endless. Okay, my delicious babies, this is absolutely disgraceful, disgusting, putrid what has been done. Now then, finally, my delicious little babies, so this is on BitChute, my delicious little babies. Now this uploader happens to have 47,421 subscribers, my delicious little babies. This is Mark Adams, and the video should read BBN, it's a search engine of your choice, my delicious little babies. If you just please and thank you, type in capital N, natural, 2 words together, then a capital N again, news, natural news, okay, my delicious little babies. Now this video, sorry, should read BBN June 10th 2024, okay. Rockefeller medicine, 100+ years of exterminating, what they've named us. I prefer mankind, but it says humans. Okay, Marsdale baby. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you, okay? BBN, June 10, 2024, Rockefeller Medicine, 100+ years of exterminating humans. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now I'm going to close my book. Right, well, you see, what I have to say here, my delicious little babies, is Mark Adams is just done saying it, okay? We should all be able to see, and by the way, that video's about an hour long, my delicious little babies. It could be just over an hour long, okay? What he's saying is that, well, basically, there we are, we should have justice, there we are, for what has been done. Okay, my delicious little babies, especially in this past, 4 or 5 years. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? But what he's talking about, which of course, I myself, there we are, already know, okay? It's like when we talk about the common cold. Well, yes, we could say that one's bodies need to detox. So we could say that, my delicious little babies. Yes, we could. However, these little, let's just say, I believe, this is just my thoughts, my delicious little babies. I'm a woman with a view. I shall have my effing view. And I believe that they've put out, there we are, other things now. Do you see what I mean, okay? Which, of course, have been constantly, there we are, making us, at some points in all of our lives, there we are, where we have felt, sorry, see, stumbling there, most poorly. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies, okay? Not to mention the zazums in the sky and how, there we are, how putrid and bad that is. It's all putrid. The whole lot is putrid, my delicious little babies. What has been done to us. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes, okay. So, it's a really interesting video to listen to of Mark Adams, Natural News on BitChute, my delicious little babies, okay? Yes, I mean, it's just not fair. I mean, why should the putrid, who have done wicked and putrid things to us all now, okay, my delicious babies, well, why should they get away with it? Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? No. And of course, even with Fauci, I mean, he was all over BitChute. Was it earlier on this week? He was all over BitChute. Now there's no sign of him. The little weasel. Do you see what I mean? I mean, I love little weasels. I mean, it's just a saying, isn't it? I do not like him. He's putrid. I despise the man. Putrid little effort that he is. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? And of course, they said for years, this is nothing personally against the Americans. No, it isn't. And I have to stress that point. But they always made out, didn't they? That America's the best place on the planet. Oh, right. Best place on the planet. So it's the best place in the world. No, it isn't. We've got lots of other countries, including our UK. We've all got beauty in our own countries. You cannot just pinpoint and say, oh, yes, America's the best place. And if you go back decades, my delicious babies, what you'll also find, oh, I've got my 2 little magpies there, eating their bread and butter and their seeds, mealworms and peanuts and everything. Oh, God bless them. Anyway, my delicious babies, if you go back decades, like when you had ones who wanted to do singing and everything, and they tried to crack America. Well, some of them, they managed to do so, didn't they? My delicious babies, which of course, others did not manage to. Like it's some big thing now. Do you see what I mean? Okay? When you look at, there we are, all the putrid that goes on and has been for decades in America, my delicious babies. And of course, but ones will say, oh, but look at the UK. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? I would certainly say that, let's just say one's running things now, over the decades in our old UK and in born in the USA, equally, there we are, as bad as one another. I'm not talking about our populations. I'm talking about we know who. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes, okay. And of course, you know, the way that they treat their populations over in America. I mean, there's food, isn't it, that's legal there, but illegal in other places because they're poisoning their poor populations. But mind you, there we are. We got it everywhere, haven't we? My delicious little babies, the UK and otherwise. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? But I personally do not believe that no one country is the best. And very lastly, what I've got to say, I do not trust this BRICS business. Okay, my delicious babies, no, I do not. Okay, it's not very often that I'll send comments. I'll send comments here and there, but not that often. I just feel that there's too many uploaders. There we are. I'm not saying all of them, of course. You know, I would never do that. Who, there we are. They're too up their own effing holes. You know, they feel that they're too good. You know, to you know, give some form of a, do you know what I mean? Yes, okay, like a, I don't know, a heart or whatever they do, or a lark, you know what I mean? Yes, okay. And of course, there's plenty of others where they're, it's like it goes round like wildfire, do you know what I mean? You know, it's circles, 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 you know, where it's like, oh, you know, keep away from that one who sends a comment. Do you see what I mean? It goes round like, wow, there we are, like wildfire. Do you see what I mean? But you see one to their own true colours now, isn't it? Yes, okay. Anyway, so that's the end of my video. So please take care of yourselves and please try to take care of others. So a crunch a celery a day keeps the doctor away, just like a smile a day keeps the doctor away, okay? And sending each and every one of you peace, love, harmony and bright blessings. May your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families all be fully protected. Okay, so now I'm going to have my meal. I'm going to have my grub, because I'm hungry, my delicious little babies. So until my next video, thank you once again for anybody who listens to my videos, because like I just said, these days, you know, I've said previously, you know, nobody really gets to see them, okay, my delicious little babies, but we're not going to worry about that. Like I just said, and I said earlier, the ones who are meant to listen, there we are the ones who listen, okay, my delicious little babies, but we must not forget about somebody else who's listening. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? So you just all please just take care of yourselves, okay, because you only get one life, okay? So much love. God bless. Thank you for any likes as well. Love you all. Goodbye.